Up. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Weekly Comics Pull, where I, the real Manos, tell you about the comics I read this week and let you know if I liked them. It's brought to you by my own comic book, Red Knight. It is available now in print and digital at manospublishing.com. And I'm going to be talking about 4 comic books. I have 2 Marvel, 1 IDW, and 1 Image. So let's get started with the Marvel books first. Let's see. I guess I should introduce what I pulled here. I got Daredevil 27, Amazing Spider-Man 59, Radiant Black number 1, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 114. So let's get into this. I'm going to be talking about Amazing Spider-Man first. And it's from Nick Spencer and Marcelo Ferreira. And it's Negative Space Part 2, which I'll be honest, I'm really not that interested in the Negative Man kind of like story that he's doing. We've kind of taken a departure from the whole like thing with like Kindred and Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn and all that kind of crap. I don't know. I've been having this thing about Nick Spencer's run on Amazing Spider-Man. It is the thing that really did bring me back into Spider-Man after not reading him for 10 years. But there are times where the book is fantastic, and then there are times where it just kind of like, meagers along. And this is kind of one of those issues where, I don't know, it just frankly didn't grab me too much as far as the main plot. The stuff with the Osborns, of course, was interesting with Norman trying to reconnect with his grandson, Normie. Ugh. Why? I really wish they had given him a different name. But anyway, I feel terrible for this kid. I mean, ever since birth, this kid's life has just been one trauma after another. And the scene between scene between him and his grandpa, the evil Green Goblin, I thought was pretty compelling. And we have a pretty cool like end scene with Kingpin introducing the Negative guy to the other big crime bosses of New York, Marvel New York anyway. Kind of nice. Not too bad, but not really kind of gripping for the most part. I'm going to probably give this one 3 out of 5 round chips. Also, let's see, the art's really nice. Yeah, it's a nice, like, shadowy work. It's all really very competently done. There's a lot of work this artist is doing to get a lot of information out, so, pretty good. I'm going to give it 3. Strong 3 round chips. Not terrible, but not really, fantastic either. Let's go to Daredevil, and this is Chip Zdarsky. And who's doing this right now? It is Marco Checchetto, and Matthew Wilson is also working together with this. I assume Checchetto is doing kind of the layouts, while Matthew Wilson is doing the finishes. At least that's kind of what it looks like. So, yeah, we're still in the middle of that King of Black thing. I'm not reading King of Black because I've never been a real big Venom guy. I hear it's great. That's good. I'm excited for Venom fans. But this is just not my cup of tea. So, I'm not reading that. And, like any good big event, it's bleeding into, the books I do read. So, it's been causing a big commotion. Elektra, as the current fill-in Daredevil, is trying to struggle with trying to combat Typhoid Mary and some other characters who are infected with the Venom thing, while trying to play by Matt's rules. And Matt is struggling because he has been possessed by the Black King, and he's trying to kind of break free of it. That's really good stuff. I really enjoy that. And meanwhile, Kingpin is kind of trying to figure out what to do during this crisis. Because it's like, hey, I'm a big Kingpin. What am I doing hiding for? And his people are obviously doing their job. Like, you should keep the guy in charge away from all this stuff, but, he's not having it. This does bring us to a pretty exciting climax where he is able to free, he, as in Matt Murdock, is able to free himself, while at the same time, Elektra kind of figures out her own way of getting rid of Typhoid Mary and saving the teenage girl that she's been trying to save for 2 issues. As usual, great stuff. It's a tie-in to something I'm not reading, but it's nicely done, and of course, Chip Zdarsky is just always good. So everybody's like 1,000% in character, and he's really doing a good job, like showing the characters in a crisis they're not really involved in, which is kind of the fun thing about some tie-ins. So yeah, I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 round chips. Pretty solid stuff. All right, let's jump ship over to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 114, and that's written and drawn by Sophie Campbell. Meanwhile, we do have Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz on consulting duties, and colors are by Rhonda Pattinson. Now, Lita, the little baby turtle mutant, she apparently, in the future, has come back to what is our timeline, trying to correct some mistakes to prevent further fallout and terrible things. What amuses me is first page, older Lita runs into child Lita, and she just straight up tells her who she is, which is pretty amusing to me. She doesn't try to fake it or be cryptic or anything like that or avoid the situation. She goes, "Oh, hi, I'm older you." And the way the child Lita kind of processes this is pretty amusing, actually, and very realistic. That's one of the things I like so much about Sophie Campbell's work as a writer, is the way she has realistic reactions to fantastic, crazy crap, and that is really on display here while we're dealing with this kind of Days of Future Past kind of plot line. We had this wonderful scene where Janeika confronts Kirari, and is she gonna kill her? I don't know. That's when Ralph breaks into the scene, and they kind of spar for a minute. Boy, you could really cut the tension with a knife in this scene. Then, of course, we get to the fact that she has her people kind of spread out. Rocksteady and Bebop are going through Mutant Town, causing some commotion. And there's a couple more big mutants causing trouble that they're trying to get a hold of. Boy, this is great. And they're big monsters. Love this stuff. Not quite sure where we're going with this story arc, and I'm very interested to see where it's heading. This is easily my favorite comic of the week. 5 out of 5 ramp chips, gorgeous art, really solid writing. Go pick it up. Now, let's go to the new book. I decided to pick this up. I've been hearing some nice things about it. I've been seeing some pics of this online. It looks pretty promising. And it's from Image. It's Radiant Black. This is from Kyle Higgins and, Marcello Costa. And it opens up. This is not funny. Why did someone take a picture of my bank account? That's not cool. No, that's actually our hero. And let's see. Oh, I forgot his name. He is let's see, Bennett. Well, probably should have looked up his name first. Anyway, he's a writer and he's down on his luck. His career didn't go the way he's hoping for. Now he's in really terrible financial jeopardy. He has to move back in with his parents. We're pretty understanding and pretty cool about it. He runs into his friend. They go out night of kind of bar hopping. He doesn't get as drunk as his friend. That's when they spot this weird electronic icon just floating in the middle of the area. And he, of course, does the smart thing by touching it, which creates this suit all around him. And he and his friend are confused for a moment. That's when the cops come over and go, "Hey, get off the rails, get off the train tracks." And, they even draw their guns on them. It's like, guys, chill out. And of course, while they're arguing, a train is coming, and Bennett panics and just makes everything float without even, thinking about it. He drops the cops, and he and his buddy get off, they get out of there, which is probably the smartest move they could make, and they have a conversation like, what the hell am I going to do with this? What is this? And he kind of realizes, he screwed some things up in his life, and this is very obvious a thing that might be important. Maybe I should not screw it up. And hey, I am, I guess, pretty unique, and no one else is like me. And then we see this fella here, which seems to be in the middle of bank robbery using his radiant black suit, which is probably radiant red, because this one has different color scheme. The art's really gorgeous. I have to say, it's really nicely colored. It's got the character designs are really crisp and clean. I always enjoy that. Beautiful storytelling here. I gotta say, I really dug this issue. The characters really did kind of latch on. They're very relatable. I think we've all kind of been there, dealing with our own financial problems and trying to start a career in whatever we choose to. So yeah, there's a lot of realistic and pretty relatable stuff in here. Of course, the mystery will continue as to what the hell the suit's about and what the hell's the other guy doing. I think I might check out the next issue. Really nice stuff. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 RAM chips. Pretty good start. I'd probably, if you're looking for a new superhero title that's free from baggage, I'd probably jump on this. This is really good. So that's what I picked up this week. What did you pick up? Did you buy these books? What did you think of them? Let me know in the comments below. You can click the notification bell for more Real Manos, not to mention subscribe if you haven't already done that, and like this video. All that stuff helps me, including comments like, hey Manos, how you doing? That would help. Just a little thing like that. So I'm going to be all over the map as usual. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and even have a TikTok at Justin Gristelli. Also, don't forget, Manos Publishing. I have a comic book, Red Knight. It's available in print and digital. The Kickstarter for issue 5 is just about done, and it looks pretty successful, so I'm going to get started on getting those issues out. If you haven't backed the book already, don't worry, in about another month or so, I'll be releasing the book for public consumption. So, hey, I'm going to get going, because I got stuff to do. Yeah. Push the button, Lindsay.